Hello, it's Mary with a passion for paper. Welcome to my channel. Today I have the special privilege of bringing to you these gorgeous images from ArtfulEra Gallery. And I have a special discount code that you can use to get 40% off of all of the digitals in her shop. So I will be linking that below in the description box. The discount code is A Passion. So the letter A and then passion all mixed together. And that's the beginning of my YouTube channel name, you know, A Passion for Paper. So the code is A Passion, and you can type that in to get 40% off. So thank you so much for offering this to my viewers. I'm really excited for this opportunity and this collaboration. So it's ArtfulEra Gallery on Etsy, and I will link it below. But look at these beautiful images. So I went ahead and cut out a lot of these really pretty small pictures, and I'm going to use these to make some journaling cards with some coffee dyed index cards and some of these authentic French book pages. So we're going to go ahead and do that together today on this video. But first, I just want to go through some of these really beautiful images so you can get a good feel for what is in some of these kits. Now, a lot of these images are from the Regency Era digital kit, and a lot of the other ones are from the Mega Bundle vintage ephemera. So just going to move these to the side so you can see lovely, beautiful images, such a nice variety. And then these are the larger page images, which you could print double-sided and folds and use them. These are not double-sided, but you could use them as journal pages in your journal. And also you could distress them, make them look like they are originals. This is beautiful French vintage ephemera. I also have some some images here from the butterfly kit, the vintage butterflies, really lovely colors on those. And also these are from the Mega Bundle. The Mega Bundle is so wonderful and versatile. So you can get all of these beautiful photograph images, as well as letters, tickets, you know, receipts, all different types of things. One thing I wanted to point out is I love that you can print them portrait or landscape, and that's just however you set it up on your printer. So you can see the size of the image is different. You can make the images bigger or smaller based on what you're going to be using them for. And I love this one. Beautiful French stuff here. And again, here's a bunch of the smaller images. Cadbury's Cocoa, that's pretty cool. And these, I love the library card, and all of these are just wonderful colors within the neutral palette. You can see like how well they are gonna look being paired up with original vintage book pages and the coffee dyed index cards that a lot of us have. And they are going to make some beautiful journal cards. I love this little receipt down here as well. Pretty color here, and that soft blue turquoise kind of a look. So and these aren't all of the images. I just printed several that I wanted to create with today, and then I'll print more another time. So let's just pick one of these to get started with. Actually, I think I'll use some of these small images since I already went through and cut them out. And then we'll use some of these book pages. I do have some of these vintage French book pages available in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, you can take a look. They're part of a French journal kit. I have a couple of them, one with coffee dyed theme, one with avocado dyed theme. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use this one. This is just an index card that I coffee dyed, and it has a little bit of a swirl pattern. And then I'm going to just put some of these words on here. I just want to take a look at the exact colors and how thinking. Let's see. Really like this image a lot. I think that would look great. I'm going to be using my Scotch Create glue stick. And I do like to use a glue book, so I just have an old book here that I'm using. And then the first thing is to decide, what do you want to have? Now, one thing that's nice is if this was a side, they could journal here on the lines, or I also really like this because it's pretty and it has those swirl patterns. So I think I'm gonna have people see this on the back. So I'm gonna glue it to here. And basically I just want to do something like this. And I like the page number, so I want to make sure that's in there, but I don't want to go, actually maybe I will just go all the way across. Let's try it. Okay, so if I get started with my glue here, and sometimes I do go around the side of the index card, and sometimes I cut it off right at the end. So let's see, I think I'm going to actually want it kind of down a little bit. So I'm gonna put it right there. And I do have my scissors. I think what I'm gonna actually do here is tear this down. I kind of really like the torn edge look going over onto the back. So I'm gonna put some glue there and then just fold it over. So let me make sure you can see. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut off the bottom. Okay, so we have that started. I think what else I would like to do is put something behind. I'm just kind of eyeing some of this other ephemera here. I really like this one. I think that goes really nicely. I'm gonna put that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear this down. I'm just gonna go right inside the picture so that I don't get any of the white. And I'm tearing it toward me because I don't want the white edge to show. I'm gonna try to get it right near the edge. Kind of guide it. And when you tear just freehand like that without the ruler, it just gives you a really nice kind of more jaggedy edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep going and get a nice piece here to work with. And these I did not double side print, so I had planned to just use these to glue down to something else. If I was going to use this by itself, I would have printed something on the back. And I do sometimes do that. And again, I'm going to tear it this direction So you can see like the white edge is on this part, not on this part. And then I'm just going to see kind of, I like this part to show. I want to have this kind of up here. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I like to edge it with a vintage photo. It's my daughter. And we'll just do a little bit here. And then I'm going to let that go right up to the top, and I'm going to tear a bit. So kind of right in there, and I'm just going to see, I want to come down where the words are. So I'm going to go right about here, a little bit extra because I'm tearing it the opposite way. I'm going to have a little white there, but that way I can see a little bit better how much I need. I'm going to tear it off this way. And then I'm going to just check that. That looks good to me. It's not covering up too many of the words. So I'm going to use that as my edge. And then we'll just glue that down right here. I'm going to turn this so I have a clear space. I'm going to have it go over onto the back, but I didn't want quite that much, and I am going to ink that up. And then I'm going to make sure I have some glue there, and then we'll just fold that right over. Okay, so now that we have that nice background, I think I'm going to go ahead and find, I don't remember which one. I think I might have had this one in mind originally. Something like that. Just kind of clean that off. Having these journal cards ready to go is so nice. Just really adds a lot when you're sitting down to put your next journal together. You'll have all of these at the ready. And then you can further embellish them, perhaps with a little lace, maybe do some sewing around the edges. But this is just wonderful to have this much ready to roll. And especially in these neutral colors, I think these are so nice. So there's number one. Love how that came out. And let's do another. I'm going to just pick one of these. Here's another index card. This one has some avocado dye in the back and coffee and tea dye on this side. So first up, I do like to get some, I think, yeah, I'm gonna cover this side. So let's grab some book page. Which one did I have there? Liaisons. I like this one because it's so dark, but let's try one of the lighter ones. This also has a beautiful shade of patina right along the side. So I think that's gonna be really nice. We'll try it at the top this time, just for a little variety. Okay. So a little bit of vintage French book page. And again, I'm going to just tear this. Like that nice jagged edge. I'm going to give that a little bit of ink. And then fold that right around. There we go. This one is actually a play, which is cool. You can see the scene number and then the character. Mère Ubu, L'Homme du Père Ubu. Love the French language. It's so beautiful. So let's see what else we want to put here. I think we'll do maybe just the rest of this that we just had used. The bottom part. So let's go ahead and it's like we're coming up from the bottom, so I'm gonna make this just had a wonderful thought. Why don't we make this into a pocket? I like it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just cut around this, and we'll use a different glue to just glue the edges and the bottom to make a nice little pocket here. That'll be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna close this up and get out the art glitter glue, and do keep a pin in the top so it doesn't dry out. And I'm going to ink this up and then glue it right on the front of this card to make a pocket. That is going to be fun. So just double check always where I'm going with my glue. The 2 sides and the bottom, and I try to get it right next to the edge. And up. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be a lovely little pocket. So what should we put in there? I think a couple of these would be nice. So what I'm going to do is, see, it's just on white paper, so I'm going to use these to back them with and put in there. So let's go ahead and get out our other glue. And we'll just back these with some nice coffee dyed index cards so they will be a little sturdier. And we'll put a few of them in there. So let's glue another. Oh, I like this piano a lot. Let's do this one. Oh, it is a beautiful grand piano. I'm going to be just cutting these apart. I think we could try to squeeze one more in there. This is pretty. Little mirror. It's adorable. This one even has a little punch out, so that'll be fun. Make it a little different. Let's put it right up against the edge, and then we'll cut these out. And they'll have that lovely index card pattern and thickness. So here we go. You can see how that's going to be lovely. I overhung a little bit there, so we will have to cut that. But that's the joy of junk journaling. You can always fix it. No matter what happens, there's always a way to fix it. Boom. That is so pretty. I love that. You can see a bit of the swirl there. It kind of picks up the swirl in the front picture there. And then we have this beautiful piano. And again, I believe these images are from the Regency Era kit. Love the Regency Era. That is the Jane Austen time period, and I have made a couple of Jane Austen journals. I love making those, so these would be perfect to put into a Jane Austen journal. And so I actually just kind of made one somewhat recently, so I'm not planning to do one right now, but these also would go in any vintage journal. It doesn't have to be Jane Austen, which is just wonderful. They're just beautiful images to go in any vintage style journal. So that's what I'll be using them for. And you can see that's beautiful little pattern there on the back. This one, I do have that little hole, so I'm going to use my crocodile. I always have to look and see which way is up. Oh, actually, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. So I'm going to put it right in here and punch that hole out. One side is the smaller hole, one side is the bigger hole. So I use the smaller one. Gonna ink around that, and then just that quickly, one 3x5 index card. We have 3 of these adorable little cards to put in our pocket. Let's see where our pocket went. Here it is. So set them in. I like to see the title there, the number, and it's the color of the French book page with a little French word peeking out here and here. And there we go. And again, I would probably put a little lace or trim here before I input it into a journal. And here's again a little thing hanging extra, so I'm just gonna clean that up. No worry, no muss, no fuss. A little bit on this side. Okay, and there we go. Second one. First one, second one. Let's do one more. And I'm loving these images from the Regency kit. I think I will do one more with this, and they mix so well with the Mega Vintage Bundle, and I do believe that the Mega Vintage Bundle basically goes with everything, so I would highly recommend getting that one. There's so many pieces. I love this one right here. I love this picture on this invoice. I think that is so pretty. So I'm just going to actually cut that part out. This is a collage, and I really just want this part here. And so I'm just going to cut this little section out. And I'll be using the rest for something else. It's a pretty number here. And could even do part of that sideways, but I think I just really want to get, I love this part right here. So I want to get that in. So let me take another one of these book pages. I like this one. I think I'm going to put this on here. Do something. I think I'm actually thinking I want this to come down and go around that. So I'm going to put this on first. That's the one thing with collage, is you always have to make choices what to stick down first. And so that's why I do like to audition the pieces a bit and just kind of get a feel for what I want to do with it before I get the glue on there. And I want to put it here. Just going to go right there and put that down. Okay. Didn't quite get that straight. I'm gonna just peel it off and try again. Actually, I think what I'll do is overhang it a bit because there is some space there. And I don't want there to be that space. So I'll overhang it and snip it off. There we go. Okay. Now, when you get those little gaps, sometimes you get gaps when you're using the glue stick. And if you are, especially because I tore it up, I'm going to just run a little bit of the art glitter glue in there to make sure it's all fully stuck down. There we go. Yeah. Okay, much better. This is kind of pretty. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the back. Okay, so now next step is to find some book page. I do have this. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to tear this down so you can really see. Okay, I'm just going to estimate it and give myself a little shape and see how we're doing. I want it to be more like that. And then see how far up I want it. Oh, this actually looks German. October 1930. I think right up in there I want it. So I'm gonna just tear it across here and see how that looks. Ooh, that is looking nice. Might want it just a little bit higher, kind of like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this glued down. Not sure how far down I need to go, so I'm just gonna kind of go like that. There we go. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay, so I just want to see if I got the glue down far enough. Need a little bit more there. And I'm gonna just trim this off. Okay. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit more glue. Okay. And this glue will dry clear, so no worries. Ooh, got a I had a little too much glue there. Well, I can use that. Let's see what I might want to do here. That looks nice. Let's just get rid of that excess glue here. And then add a little bit more. We need some right around the edges. And right in there. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and ink around our edges. And now we've got our third journal card. Beautiful, neutral cards that we can further embellish when we put them into our journals with a little bit more vintage lace or trim. Just gonna get that tiny bit off there. I think that looks lovely. And let's go ahead and take one last look at our 3 journal cards that we made today using the beautiful digital images from ArtfulEra Gallery. And remember, you can visit ArtfulEra Gallery Etsy shop and receive 40% discount on all of the lovely digitals in the shop. And you can make these beautiful journal cards, Regency Era kit, and mega vintage ephemera bundle pack. So hope you found some inspiration here, and I encourage you to check out that shop. I will link it below for you. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.